Hi guys, Michelle here. I wanted to do a chicken coop video today. A lot of people have asked me, mainly through our Facebook page, about our chicken coop setup. What it looks like, what our nesting boxes are like, how we feed, what the difference in care and cleaning of the coop is versus summer versus winter. And so I'd like to address a lot of those questions today. You're going to see how we got set up, how we did the nesting boxes, and how our coop is arranged, what we do for water and so forth. And then I will do a video tour of what the coop looks like today in the winter and what our plans are for the spring. It is winter here in Indiana, so things are a little bit different in the winter care versus spring and summer care. So I'll address some of those things. Please like the video, hit the thumbs up if you like it. Please subscribe and please leave us some comments and questions. If you haven't been to our Facebook page yet, please visit our page at H&A Farms. I would love to hear what your coop setup is like and answer any questions you might have about chicken care, incubation, setting up the coop, and so on and so forth. Please enjoy the video and leave me any questions or comments you have, and please hit that subscribe button. Have a great Hey mamas, you ready for your corn today? Hey, don't fight. So we use the heated water bowls that I think they're typically for dogs, these size bowls. But what we did was we ran electricity out to the coop and we use the heated bowls in the wintertime. Well, we use them all the time, but you know, they're on in the wintertime so that when it snows and when it freezes, their water will never freeze. So they're always access to fresh water. And how we have this set up here is, you can see this is our little chicken door, and when we first started we didn't have the fencing around it, we didn't have the run around it, and so we had a little door with, I don't know if you can see little wooden latches there, and so we would close them up at night and they would free range all day. After we lost probably upwards of 100 chicks and chickens doing it that way, as far as free ranging all day, we had to make the decision to go with a enclosed run. So you can see here we have a gate, and what I do is we'll open the gate on this side during the summertime and we'll let them free range while we're home for several hours during the daytime. I'm not exactly sure the dimensions of our run area, but it's quite large. It goes all the way around the coop, and the snow that we've gotten this winter has kind of bowed our fencing a little bit, and you can see the top layer, the netting at the top, which is chicken wire, just like everything else is chicken wire, has kind of bowed down, and that's because of the snow laying on it this winter. So we are going to be stabilizing all of the post areas that are bowing, all the fencing areas, probably replacing once the weather breaks for good and we are not looking at more snow coming. It's only February here in Indiana. Snow will continue most likely through March, so we're not going to be doing that as of yet. We'll probably end up doing that in April, and then we, at that time too, when it's a little bit warmer out, or a lot bit warmer out, we will be opening up the run and allowing them to free range in our 2 acres. Now if we go to the side, or this is our human access to the coop, our door, We keep this closed all the time unless we're going in or out. You can see here for winter, we do the deep litter method. So we will have a layer of wood chips and then straw, and then we'll turn it every couple days. And by springtime, this will all be pretty much dirt, and we'll just sweep it out. And that's when we'll do the deep clean of the coop, where we sterilize everything. Here we have our chicken feed hanging, and this is 24/7 access to feed for the chickens. I just gave them their corn. In the wintertime, we supplement with corn, and sometimes I'd give them mealworms just because they love them. I'll give them table scraps as well, but we always keep 24/7 access to the feed, high protein feed, and that just helps us to have consistent laying in every season. So, you know, obviously they do slow down a little bit in the wintertime, but this helps us to still get, you know, quite a bit of eggs from them even in the winter by having that access to food all the time. And here's their little ramp up to go outside. You can see here we put in fans, and then we have the heat lamps and the water. The heat lamp we don't use, I mean, a whole lot, because we have adult chickens out here. When we do have chicks out here, or when we have had chicks out here, we've had to use the heat lamps, but we don't really do that anymore. We do that inside the basement usually and wait till they're feathered before we put them out. But this is how we control the electricity in here. The lights stay on in the wintertime. You can see this light here. Lights stay on 24/7, and that again helps with the laying because it makes them feel like it's more hours of daylight. So in the summer, we'll turn them off because we have so many daylight hours, but in the wintertime, we keep them on all the time, and that's kind of to trick their chicken bodies into thinking that there's more daylight, so they'll be laying more. This is where the water bowls are hooked up, so you can see that. These little windows, I don't know if you can see, these windows down here are up here, and then we've got another one here with a little ledge underneath. That's where we put the fans in the summertime, just to get air circulation going on. So we'll run those for several hours a day, just to get, you know, circulation going. And that helps with the smell, that helps with, you know, just fresher air for the chickens. So here we have this is our feed that we put into the container. I've got some extra straw down here. We have the boxes, and we have several of these on each side, and you'll see that, you know, the chickens have plenty of roosting space, and they love it. And it looks like we've got a broody little gal here. This is one of our Silkies. Yes, she did not like me talking about her. But yeah, you can see she was just sitting on some eggs. She's a broody gal. She wants to hatch some eggs, and she's realizing that, you know, spring is coming, so we're happy about that. But we're not going to let her brood, so we're going to take these eggs because I don't want any hatching out here. I do that in a controlled way with my incubator in the house. There she is. Isn't she pretty? This is Maude. Bye, Maude. She's a pretty one.